QuantumScape a quantified swing setup? Let's talk about it. In this video, we're going to cover three things. We're going to cover my high five trading setup strategy that I use to enter trades. Next, we're going to talk about the catalyst behind QuantumScape, why we are getting moves like 20+% in a day on this name. And we're going to talk about the symmetrical triangle breakout. Let's get into it. So my high five trade setup strategy consists of obviously 5 things. 1 is having some sort of chart pattern breakout and or retest. 2 is having a volume gap to be filled, whether it be a price volume gap and or a better weighted volume gap to be filled here. As we can see, we have 2. We have a symmetrical triangle breakout, like I said, right here. We have a measured move from the top of the symmetrical triangle to the bottom of the symmetrical triangle of 81.51% for a move up to $9.75 from $6.38. The third thing we're going to look at here is the MACD. The MACD has crossed above the 0 line, which is extremely bullish, and we have very high amounts of volume. You can see what happened last time we had even close to this amount of volume. We just pushed astronomically high, and we could have the same thing here as here, right? So the fourth thing that we're looking at for the high five trade strategy setup is going to be your stochastic. Your stochastic coming up, being in an uptrend, and this is basically your sweet spot right here. So coming up into this, you have room to basically continue and carry on, and the best time to get into a trade is when it's uptrending and the trend is in your favor, which obviously it is here. The trend is coming up. The MACD is coming up, crossing the 0 line. I know we had a big pullback here, which actually gave me a pretty good entry back down to this volume shelf. We have a price gap along with a volume gap, and I don't believe the move is done. We could come back down to retest retest the breakout of the symmetrical pattern down here before we head higher. So I did start a small position, I'd say medium-sized position, and if we come back down here, I will be adding to my options and share position. The fifth analysis of the high five trade setup is essentially your RSI having an uptrend, which we had this massive move up today, had a pullback today. I expect to carry on higher with the RSI. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high five trade setup strategy here. This is on a daily chart, so it's more of a swing trade, a couple weeks, usually no more than a month, 2 months max. So like I said, I started a position here today. Some price targets to be looking at is going to be this volume shelf gap fill at $7.96, the measured move up to $9.75, and this volume gap fill right here at $8.87. I plan to take profits on the way up, and while taking profits, I plan to keep a little bit until we get the Williams R indicator RSI kind of telling us there's going to be a reversal, and then getting confirmation with the MACD stochastic rolling back over and down. And that's how you're going to take profits, get really great gains, but then also, hold a little bit for, higher moves. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me today. That was QuantumScape and kind of what I'm seeing on the charts. If you have any other companies you would like me to look at and look over the high five trading strategy setup that I use to enter and exit trades, let me know in the comments below. This is video 3 of 5 I'm dropping on my X account that I'll be given to you all. Thanks. Have a great day.